What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, just a quick reminder. Those of you who have not heard this message yet, just want to put this out there. YouTube is increasingly cracking down on our ability to speak our minds, free speech, talk about certain topics. As a consequence of that, more and more of our content, especially mine at least, is going on to Patreon. They've heard me talk about this before. I've been putting links to my Patreon for years, but now it's imperative that you listen to this message. More and more of my content is going to go on the Patreon and the Rumble. And the Rumble is totally free. I'll put a link to my Rumble after I upload my videos for the day on this particular channel, and also my Too Raw for Sports channel. I'll put a link to my Rumble. My Patreon is where the bulk of my content is going to go. There's a $2 tier and a $5 tier. All right, the $2 tier is where political stuff, social issues, potpourri topics, controversial things will be posted over there that we can't talk about over here. That tier is for, the $2 tier will be visible for those paying the $2 and the $5. So you'll get to see everything if you have the $5 tier. The $5 tier is where I'm going to be posting NBA stuff. LeBron James, Clutch Sports, La Media, Stephen A., all the controversial things, the rants, that type of uncensored, unfiltered content will go on that tier. Now, the $2 tier will not be able to see things. Sorry for the background. Got some friends over here playing a tournament and whatnot, games. So anyway, the $2 tier will not be able to see what the $5 tier is displaying. But the $5 tier will see everything. So just want to put that out there. Thanks to the last time I checked, 66 people have signed up to the $5 tier, and to the 470 altogether who are part of the Patreon. Salute to you. Now let me get to this video. All right, so it was reported yesterday that Ice Cube, rapper, actor, entrepreneur, co-founder of the BIG3 League, he admitted that the BIG3 did offer women's basketball phenom Caitlin Clark $5 million to play for the BIG3 League. He admitted it. This was something that was actually offered in private to Caitlin Clark, but it was leaked to the media. Ice Cube admitted to it on X, formerly known as Twitter, that they did indeed offer Caitlin Clark $5 million. Now, as of me recording this particular video, I had not heard any evidence of her responding to this query, and I guess eventually she will respond or have someone respond for her through the media or whatever. Look, in my opinion, I think this is a great move by Ice Cube. Absolutely great move. When you look at how much the NBA has stymied the BIG3 over the last several years, threatening sponsors who would associate with the BIG3, who also associate with the NBA, threatening that they will pull contracts if they do so, and just other underhanded things that the NBA has done to try to hurt the BIG3 as far as its exposure, and its success has been long documented. That's why I find it very interesting that all of a sudden, ESPN, which has been shunning the BIG3 all these years, now all of a sudden I see them talking about the BIG3 on social media, and so I'm talking about them on TV today. And I'm assuming Fox Sports did too. So it's very interesting how this works, But see, that's why I approve of Ice Cube going after Caitlin Clark, because she's mainstream. Okay, there are certain factors here. We got to admit there are certain factors involved with Caitlin Clark. Not trying to go down that angle, what I mean by angle, or that playing that card, but there's the realities in this country, and Ice Cube realizes that, But make no mistake about it, Caitlin Clark is a phenomenal basketball player. She is a generational talent, as Ice Cube put it. And at the end of the day, it makes perfect sense to go after her. Perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? She can ball. And plus, She has a naturally big fan base. They're going to want to watch her play. Plus, as he puts it, she only has to play in, 8 games, and she still gets to play in the WNBA. So if I'm Caitlin Clark, I would say yes, absolutely. Yeah. It's a no-brainer. Now, you know what I'm saying? To all these people who are playing this, Ice Cube is a turncoat. Let's just say turncoat for not offering someone of the same persuasion or who looks like him. First of all, we don't know if he hasn't. Okay? Because this was supposed to have been private, but it got leaked to the media. So we don't know who else he may have offered millions of dollars. So maybe he did offer Angel Reese money. Maybe he did offer someone else. Maybe in the future he'll offer Juju Watson money. We don't know that. There's too many Archie and Archita bunkers who hear something and have a knee-jerk reaction without doing any research or looking for any facts whatsoever. And then my thing is this. A lot of times we complain about other people, right? We complain about other people being biased and only offering people that look like themselves opportunities and not being fair and not being have a post-Obama mentality, right? And it's interesting that people say that, right? But then you want Ice Cube to be biased. You want him to just only pick someone, no matter how they play, based upon one attribute. So I'm not getting the hypocrisy here, right? Now, we're not talking about golf here. We're not talking about badminton. We ain't talking about ping pong. We're talking basketball, which is as dominated by people that look like Ice Cube as any other sport ever. So I don't understand all these people's outrage towards Ice Cube. It makes no sense. And plus, another thing, don't we always complain, man, that, it's always the same dynamic, man. It's always a brother working for the man. It's always a brother working for the man, Even though these are millionaires, you still use the same dynamic. Yeah, but they're millionaires, but they're working for billionaires. We're always working for the man. Well, wouldn't it feel interesting? I'm not trying to pull, that angle here, but I'm just saying, wouldn't it feel good to see more and more black owners instead of just employees? You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting this. I don't understand some of these people's reactions to this. I'm gonna tell you something. It's interesting how people have turned Ice Cube into this super turncoat, right? Ice Cube now. But it's funny, Ice Cube had reached the zenith of his popularity when he told Bill Maher what he could do, right? Or what he would have done if he had told that black ninja joke, that house ninja joke, in front of him, right? That's when we was like, oh man, Cube, man, that dude keep it real, man. Ice Cube a real one. But I can't prove this. All right? I can't prove this. But I want people to follow along here. It's interesting to note that since then, the mainstream news media have been very negative toward Ice Cube. And at the same time, the movie industry have, those in control don't want to work with Ice Cube as far as any movie projects. They don't want to work with them. So I ask you something. Look at the people who are in control of the news media. The people who are in control, right? There's a common theme amongst them. Look at the people in control of the music industry, and look at the people in control of the movie industry, and people in control of the news media. All these people, right, at the very, very top. And look at Bill Maher. And what do they all have in common? You know, there's something in common that I'm not going to speak of, but, you know what I'm talking about, right? You don't think that some of this is at least subconsciously related? You know what I'm saying? See, but you know what? On one level, it's admirable. On one level, it's admirable because they stay on code. Oh, okay. So you try to embarrass one of us? Well, we'll show you. Trying to sign, that's my Jackie Mason. Okay, you try to embarrass one of us? Oh, okay, we're going to show you. You know, we're one group united. We don't do that, unfortunately. You know, when one of us get down, we love to, hey, let's pile on. Let's pile on the rabbit. Let's pile on the rabbit. Let's pile on the rabbit. Here we go, the rabbit. Let's pile on the rabbit. I mean, that's what we're doing with P. Diddy right now. Let's pile on the rabbit. Let's pile on the rabbit. Let's pile on the rabbit. Yeah, 35 million high pile and shit, man. But anyway, that's all I got to say in this one, man. Tell me what you guys think. Dog pile on the rabbit. Dog pile on the rabbit. Dog pile on the rabbit.